right, tomorrow's leaders. Hope you're having a great day. This is another short but significant episode for you. It's a short one and powerful little snippet. First, let me give you the riddle for today. Again, put your thinking caps on. First person to email me, text me, call me, carrier pigeon me, whatever you want to do. Give me your answer. I will make you famous on this show. So the question is, what can travel around the world while staying in a corner? I will say once again, what can travel around the world but stay in a corner? What can travel around the world and stay in a corner? Starts Friday at a theater near you. Okay. All right. Enough of that. So let me know your thoughts, your answers, and your guesses. Okay. Today's topic. I was thinking back to a scenario, and it ties into this topic. I was thinking back to a scenario where I was having a conversation with one of my people. This was a number of years ago, and it was just kind of it wasn't even a scheduled one-on-one or anything like that. It was just we were in kind of this impromptu conversation. I was in his office and asking him some questions. Hey, how's it going? What's going on? This and that, and I just kind of felt like something was off. And his answers were fine. He said, fine, this and that, whatever. The words he was saying were not concerning. It was something beyond that. I couldn't really put my finger on it, but I'm like, something just seems off with this guy. And I actually left the meeting. We probably, 5-minute conversation. And I was walking down the hallway, and I remember thinking, you know what? I just feel like something else is there. And I went back, walked into his office. I said, hey, man, you got a minute? And he said, sure. And I said, I can't help but feel like something's going on or something's not right. Is everything okay? And wow, this guy just opened up and got emotional and let me into his world in a way that I had no idea what was going on. He was going through a lot of stuff that I really, truly had no idea. Family stuff, health stuff, and just really very, very difficult things. And to say this guy kept it hidden was just an understatement. I mean, nobody would have guessed it. And I just happened to hit him at a time. And again, I just felt like he was saying everything was fine. He was giving me answers about the business and what's going on. But I just felt like something was up. And I'm so glad I went back to ask him because I appreciated his honesty and him opening up to me because it helped me be in a better position to help him. The last thing I wanted to do was make his life worse at a real tough time, add more stress, whatever. So I realized at that point, if there's anything I could do to help ease his situation, me understanding what was going on was really important to me being able to do that. And from that moment on, it just let me work with him and just relate to him and just help him through it a little bit. I'm not saying I was able to do much other than not make his situation worse. And I could only do that because of what I knew was going on. And it made me realize, because I was talking to somebody else earlier today about this, about how many people there's the answer that they give you and then the real answer. And oftentimes those are two very, very different things. I think about it in leadership as we get going with in business, we tend, and the higher up we go, the less people are willing to tell us the truth. And I don't mean that in a negative way, other than the fact that people tell us what we want to hear, right? The higher up you go in an organization, the less people you tend to have that will tell you the real answer. So I think about it, how does that affect a leader's ability to run his or her organization? And sometimes what you need to do is you truly need to keep probing. You truly need to be continuing to ask questions. I find a simple rule. If I'm asking questions, a lot of times our knee-jerk reaction is when I say, hey, how's everything going? How's this business unit going? Here, how's this person doing? Whatever. The first answer I get is positive. It's fine, good, yeah, great. How's business going? Great, awesome. And I know it's not until I dig a little deeper that I get the true answer or start to get the true answer. And I find one of the best leadership lessons is don't stop at the first question. So if I say, hey, how's everything going? Your answer is great. And I really want to know how everything's going. I might follow it up and say, okay, great. What's going great? Hey, what are you struggling with? What are you having challenges with? What's one thing I could help you with? What keeps you up at night? What's one thing that would help accelerate, help you move faster, help the business do better? By the time I'm asking questions like that, 3, 4, 5 questions, now I'm starting to get more real answers. So my big message for you in this short podcast today is don't just stop at one. And I'm talking about you parents out there. We've got kids. Think about your kids. I struggle with this too. Kids give you like one-word answers if you're lucky sometimes. Sometimes it's a grunt. How you doing? How was school today? I now, sometimes you got to decipher the tone of the grunt. Ask follow-up questions. And I'm not saying I'm great at that because I'm still learning how to become much better at that. But as a leader, just think about, can I just keep asking questions? It doesn't have to be a perfect question. It doesn't even have to be, a great question other than the fact that it's a question. It keeps the conversation going. And ultimately, you'll get to a good answer, the right answer, the real answer. Not the answer they think you want to hear, but the real answer. That's what you need as a leader. You need to know what's going on in your organization. You need to know what's going on with your people. And you're not going to know that unless you get the real answer. And you're not going to get the real answer unless you dig for it. So keep digging. Open probes, open probes, open probes. And sometimes the best thing you can do, I love watching a great interviewer because they'll ask people questions and they don't just respond when the person responds. What they do, a great interviewer oftentimes will say nothing because the silence, they know, there's 2 or 3 seconds of awkward, uncomfortable silence will prompt the person to then continue talking. And that second answer and comment is much better than the first. So pay attention to that. When you watch a great interviewer, watch how they do that, especially with a important question that they ask. They'll ask the question, the person will respond, the person will stop, and the interviewer doesn't say anything. The interviewer doesn't respond. And then the person picks back up again and continues their thought. And that part is the meatiest, most revealing, most important part of their answer. So take it from me. There you go. Little leadership nugget on a random day, whatever day this is that you're listening, watching, whatever the case may be. So hope that helps. Hope that gets the wheels turning. That is the show for today. Short and sweet, 7-8 minutes, whatever it is. Let me know your guesses on the riddle. Again, keep asking those questions. Signing off, John Laurito here with you today. Like, share, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. Go down below, give a 5-star review, and we will see you next time. Take care. Bye.